for being here. Today, Design Estimate Pro has to review our quarterly performance for Ecuador hydroponics, focusing on our smarter delicate and urban farm system. We also need to discuss necessary strategic adjustment for the remainder of the year to hit our annual target. Alicia, who use broadcast with the financial overview?
Our quarter three revenue came in at $2.8 billion, which is a slight review of our project target. We made $42 million. Gross profit margins are holding steady at 45%, but operating expense have seen a minor increase. The primary contributors to this division appear to be increased marketing expense due to smart market and unforeseen delays in recycling specialist component for the urban system. Given my integration here at Asia, the gross marketing spend on the smart health kit was a direct response to a sudden surge in healthcare activity in July launching similar entry-level marketing kits. We inject target development mindset, roughly at the $150,000. The potential market share loss initial data suggests we maintain 85% of our project market share in that segment, which was positive.
I agree with Ms. Farah. From a sales perspective, coverage definitely helped us get our head above water. Without it, I believe our smart health kit revenue figures, which contribute $1.5 million this quarter, would have been significantly lower. Our sales team reported positive feedback from clients regarding our increased visibility.
While I understand the need for active marketing, I'm concerned depend on our product roadmap. The sudden shift in marketing focus different attention from the critical pre-launch marketing for our new hydrogen commercial system, which we believe would have had a more sustainable long-term impact on revenue, targeting larger clients.
Ms. Puteh, I appreciate your perspective on product development, and the hydro system imported is not lost on anyone. However, we need to address immediate market challenges as they arise. Let's not get sidetracked. We can delve deeper into research allocation for the hydro launch shortly. For now, let's stick to the quarterly review. Ms. Deli, could you elaborate on the component delay Ms. Alicia mentioned for the urban farm system?
Yes, Ms. Icha, we experienced unexpected delay of 3 until 4 weeks in shipment of our specialized LED grow light from our primary manufacturer in Shenzhen due to unforeseen port closure and a new custom regulation. This impacted our production of the urban farm vertical system, leading to a 15% shortfall in units produced the quarter, equating to roughly 500 units fewer than planned. We have already initiated discussion with 2 alternative suppliers in Vietnam to diversify our sourcing immediately.
And from an HR perspective, this operational challenge has put considerable strain on our production and customer service teams, particularly those handling urban farm system employees. We've seen a slight uptick of 8% in employee burnout reports within those specific teams, which we are actively addressing through increased temporary staff and flexible shift arrangements.
Thank you, Ms. Hawa. That's an important point to note. Now, regarding this challenge, what are our proposed solutions moving forward? Specifically on the revenue side, Ms. Nabila, how do you propose we regain momentum in quarter 4 and close that $400,000 gap from quarter 3?
We're proposing a two-pronged approach. Firstly, a more aggressive push on our urban farm vertical system, leveraging new family pack promotional bundles that include additional nutrient solution and gardening tools. Secondly, a concentrated effort and onboarding 2 till 3 new corporate client for bulk purchase of our Smart Heart Kit for employee wellness program. We've identified key prospect with a potential order value of $100,000 to $200,000 each.
I'd like to negotiate the budget for those family pack promotional bundles, Nabila. The current allocation of $75,000 might not be sufficient to create enough buzz the annually drive sales. We need to ensure we have adequate fund at least $120,000 for a compelling launch campaign targeting families and urban viewers.
First, we need to be mindful of our overall expenditure even and quarterly performance. While I understand the need for effective marketing, we need to find a balance. Perhaps we could create some fund from less critical areas or explore more cost-effective digital strategies for the family pack. We have only $90,000 available for immediate reallocation without expecting other vital areas.
I hear you, Alicia, but investing now will pay dividend later. For the family pack, we could potential cut back on some for our non-essential brand attracting, specifically $20,000 allocation for our gardening magazine script, but we absolutely need a robust digital presence, social media ads, influencer collaboration for these new bundles. My proposal is increase the digital marketing budget for the family pack by $45,000 to reach $120,000, and we can explore $20,000 reduction in trade ads.
Ms. Farah, Ms. Alicia, that's my minute. Ms. Alicia, can you assess the feasibility of our proposal considering the overall budget constraints and the $90,000 available for pre-allocation? Ms. Farah, can you present a detailed breakdown of how the additional $4,500 will be utilized and the expected ROI, perhaps aiming for a 20% increase in urban farm kit sales? We need to ensure every dollar spent is optimized.
From a legal standpoint, any new family pack promotional bundles will need to be thoroughly funded to ensure complication with consumer protection law regarding bundle offer and clear disclaimer, especially if they involve significant discount, for example, more than 25% off.
And of the product side, if we're pushing the urban farm vertical system more aggressively, we also need to ensure its stability and any necessary updates are prioritized. We've had a few minor bug reports on the smart apps connectivity for the urban farm, impacting about 3% of recent users. This could impact customer satisfaction if not addressed before a major marketing push.
Excellent point, Ms. Dara and Ms. Putra. We'll ensure legal review for all new campaigns. Ms. Dara and Ms. Putra, please work with Ms. Dewi to prioritize and address those urban farm bug reports immediately. Our reputation hangs on product quality and user experience. Let's aim to have a fix deployed within 2 weeks. Now, let's move on to the strategic adjustment for quarter 4. Given the quarterly result and the discussion we have had, my proposal is that we are prioritize our focus on quarter 4. We need to aggressively push for sales of both the smart kit and urban farm system, while simultaneously streamlining our operation and tightening our expenditure. What are your thoughts on this operation strategy?
I fully support an aggressive sales push, particularly with the new family pack for the urban farm. My team is ready for the challenge to hit $3.5 million in quarter 4.
maritime planning expenditure, we need to implement strict budget control across all departments without stifling essential growth in initiative. Our target is to reduce overall Q4 operation expense $75,000.
Is it? Now, on the specific point of cutting expenditure, I'd like to propose a company-wide initiative to reduce non-essential travel by 20% for Q4. This could free up significant capital, potentially $3,000 for our core sales and product development efforts.
Ms. Icha, while I understand the financial rationale, a budget reduction in travel might negatively impact employee morale and our ability to foster client relationships. Some travel is absolutely critical for sales, especially for the new corporate clients Nabila mentioned, and for our R&D team to visit online suppliers. We need to ensure we don't hinder our revenue generating efforts by cutting too deeply here.
Ms. Nawa, I agree that some travel is essential. However, I believe there is considerable scope for optimization. We can leverage video conferencing more effectively for internal meeting and careful access for necessary of each external trip. My proposal is for a target 20% reduction. I'm open to suggestions on how we can implement this without negative impact critical business mission. What would be more palatable target, perhaps 15% with specific exemption, or a different approach altogether?
Perhaps we could implement a tiered system. For example, essential client-facing travel like closing major corporate deals could be exempt, while internal training trips or routine conference might be slacked back. We could aim for a 15% reduction initially, which would save around $22,500 with a review at the end of October to assess its effect. This would give us more flexibility.
And perhaps we could release travel for new client acquisition of maintaining existing relationship, as the latter can often be managed remotely. For instance, any travel to secure a new distributor in a different region, like the one we are targeting in Australia next month, would be critical.
Ms. Nawa, Ms. Farah, those are constructive suggestions. Let's negotiate this future. I'm willing to consider 15% overall reduction in our Q4. Travel budget, $150, with clear guidelines on what constitutes essential travel, focusing on revenue-generating activity and critical opportunities needs. Department will need to justify all travel requests that fall outside that guidelines. Does that sound like a more acceptable and less destructive approach?
From a financial perspective, a 15% reduction, providing $22,500 in saving, even with exemption, will still provide substantial reallocatable funds.
And we can work on developing clear criteria for essential travel for our operation teams, particularly concerning supplier visit and quality control.
Excellent. So we'll proceed with a target 15% reduction in non-essential travel for Q4. The department's meeting justification for exception. Ms. Nawa, please work with Ms. Alicia to develop clear guidelines and reporting mechanism with the next. Finally, I want to emphasize the importance of cross-department collaboration in Q4. Our success hangs on our ability to work efficiently and effective. We need to be agile, responsive, and innovative. Are there any other pressing concern or point that anyone feels we have adequately addressed? Very well. Then with the fix within 2 weeks. Ms. Dara, please provide legal oversight on all new family package campaign. I expect weekly progress report on this key initiative. Let's aim to turn our quarter 4 performance around and finish the year strong, reaching our annual target of $12 million. And thank you all for your valuable input and dedication.